It is one of the top complaints of federal investigators every year, aggressive, harassing debt collectors.
Our consumer expert Amy Davis has one of the recorded messages left for a Houston consumer. She's here now to point out the red flags that should alert you that you might be dealing with scammers.
Yeah, exactly, because you may not even owe any money when you receive one of these phone calls. Sometimes these collectors are just hoping that you can't quite remember if several years ago you may have forgotten to pay a bill or taken out a payday loan, and that they can scare you into sending them some form of payment. In 2013, more than 204,000 consumers complained to the Federal Trade Commission about calls just like this one.
My name is Clair Johnson. I've been retained to serve you with a summons to appear in court for 2 charges that are being filed against you. I'm required to state your rights prior to speaking with your HR director or supervisor to get the proper protocol for serving you on the property of your employer, since we have been unsuccessful in serving you at your residence.
This phone call, this recording that we just heard, has a number of violations in it.
We asked Houston consumer attorney Donna Karni to review the call word by word.
There is no subpoena, there's no affidavit, there's no record. None of these buzzwords that are used that sound like lofty legal terms are actually implemented by the district attorney's office, the U.S. attorney's office, or the local police.
Failure to pay a debt is not a crime. You cannot be charged or arrested. And under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, debt collectors can contact people you know, including your employer, to try and find you, but they cannot go into detail with them.
If a collection agency is calling and talking to your employer, supervisor, colleagues, friends, and mentioning that you owe a debt, they have violated your rights.
The collector in this call makes another threatening claim if the consumer doesn't call them back.
Failure to do so will result in forfeiting your rights, and your employer will be issued a wage garnishment order.
Wrong again. In Texas, employers can only garnish your wages for back taxes, child support, and student loan debt.
If this scare tactic didn't work, debt collectors would not use it.
Now, if you receive a call like this, you should contact the company and ask them to send you information in writing about the debt that you owe. By law, they do have to do that in a matter of days. Karni says you can confirm any information they may already have, but do not offer up new information to them until you know who you're dealing with.
That is crazy. What a phone call to receive.
Exactly. And these debt collectors, they actually have to be bonded and licensed in Texas to be collecting debts here.
Okay.
So once you know the name of the company, you can look them up on the Secretary of State's website and find out if they're even legitimate.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Very good.
All right. Good advice, Amy. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.